What is good, YouTube? What is good? Welcome into another show once again, another night with LastWord Productions. I'm your host, Tavares Wilson. As you all know, I always get the last word, man. So we're here for yet again another entertaining episode, man. But before we get into any topics for the night, man, we got plenty to talk about. We always got a lot to talk about, guys. So go ahead and follow the pages everywhere, every platform. LastWord Productions, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, currently live on YouTube as we speak. I'm there, man. Just search out the name and follow the page. But as always, I got my boys hit me with me like any other night. Breeze, how you feeling tonight, bro?
Man, on mute.
Oh, yeah.
What's the word, y'all, boy? What's the word, man? How y'all feeling?
Chilling.
Good, bro. Good. Gino, always creative with the names. What's up, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. Chilling.
All right, so before we get into, the nitty-gritty with the NBA playoffs and everything that's going on, I do want to discuss Victor Wembanyama winning Defensive Player of the Year before anything else. I just want to get you all's thoughts on him winning that award because I want to ask y'all a question that kind of is is me projecting a bit, but I want to know y'all thoughts on it. Do y'all believe Victor Wembanyama, when it's all said and done, do you all believe he will win the most DPOIs we've ever seen in NBA history?
Oh, it's obviously assuming he stay healthy. I'm gonna say yeah. I think yeah. If I just had to bet, just with his size, athleticism, if he can stay healthy, and what he's able to do at 7'7", and if he just gets a couple just because of reputation.
Okay. What you think, Breeze? You think he could do it?
And there ain't even no reason to elaborate, brother. He breaking the record, brother. He doing it, man. Because not only is he a rim protector, he's damn good on the perimeter as well. So,
but I'm saying even as Barron considering injuries and everything, because he has not been a spring chicken since he's been in the league.
But I do think he'll always crack the 65, honestly, because if you think about it, San Antonio, they do a great job of building quality role players and filling in roles. So it's not like Wembanyama is going to be out there every night playing 40 minutes a night. I do think they keep his minutes to maybe 31, 32, play him maybe 5-6 minute stretches a quarter. And if things are looking crazy, they'll up those minutes. But I don't see them playing him excruciating minutes to actually, put him in a rare situation. So, and I do think he'll always crack the 65 game mark out of the 82. I do think if an injury comes or goes, the Spurs are like the best. They started this load management shit. So just, keeping up with Popovich's blueprint, I do think they'll keep him healthy enough to always be in contention for Defensive Player of the Year, because all he literally has to do is just go out there and just stand up with his arms, bro. Just stand up with his arms up, and he's getting 2-3 blocks a game. It's not like when we saw Rudy Gobert do it. Rudy had to really like really put maximum effort in. Wemby is just out there just effortlessly deflecting shots, altering shots. I wish they make that a stat where you can see the percentage of shots that are altered, because Wemby is just making guys not take threes or reconsider floaters and stuff like that. So he's definitely gonna break that record, bro. I have no doubt about it. He's definitely gonna break that record. If Rudy got 4, Wemby could get 5, bro.
Okay. I mean, I think as long as health isn't a concern, as long as there's something that's going to make it detrimental for him to receive the awards or be eligible for the awards, I think he should easily break it. But it's not just the awards itself. I think Victor Wembanyama has a chance to be one of the most special defenders this game's ever seen. I mean, his size, athleticism, lateral quickness, and just overall ability to affect offensive game schemes. Like, it's not even just about what he's doing in the posted area. Like, because he's a lot like, to me, in my opinion, he's a lot like how Dwight Howard, Hakeem Olajuwon, these bigs were. Like, they're not sitting ducks or just cones on the perimeter. Like, they're able to move their feet. They can stay in front of guards pretty well, and they're going to contest shots more often than not and actually make you work for each bucket. You're going to have to do some uncomfortable. You're going to have to make uncomfortable looks, I should say, to get shots off on these guys. And Victor Wembanyama is just another unicorn when it comes to that, because not many bigs can go on the perimeter and legitimately defend perimeter players. And for him to be seven, I believe what he's 7'5", doing that, like it's crazy. So of course he's the best rim protector in the league, but you top that off with him being a pretty damn good perimeter defender. Yeah, it's gonna be scary nights, bro, in terms of people who actually are good defenders in the league. They're not gonna have a chance in hell to win the award if this guy stay at his apex.
And
So
it's no funny shit. The man hasn't even got his, how do you say it, his man body yet. Pause. Like, he hasn't even fully physically hit his peak yet, bro. Like right now he's just like you guys ever seen like how when a giraffe is born, like I can't stand?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just him right now, bro. He's just out there just fucking around.
I
So
get
I think when he finally just like, lock in, put on maybe that 10, 15 pound in muscles and just like really like solid, it's over, bro. It's over, man. And he got a little brother too.
yeah. I seen his little bro play. But anything else y'all want to add before we move off into the playoffs?
No, I think we all agree there.
All right. So I want to do an overview of the playoffs thus far that has happened. We're gonna start in the Western Conference though. So the first series I want to go through the Spurs and the Portland series specifically due to the fact that when Victor Wembanyama, he is sidelined right now, currently with a concussion after he suffered last night in their loss against the Portland Trailblazers. Good game by Scoot Henderson. Then Yadavada played pretty well as well. But Victor went out, I believe, in the first 6 minutes, I believe, landed straight on his face, concussion protocol, then to come back. So I want to ask y'all this, bro. I'm going to start with you, Breeze. Should the Spurs be worried at all in terms of Victor will be on his timetable in the series period?
Not really. I do think this is a time for them. I think the Luke Cornett signing in the offseason will really, pay dividends now. They have quality depth as a team. I do see maybe the Blazers getting another game, but I do think they should close this out in 6, honestly. If you can extend this series to possibly 6 or 7 and give Wemby ample time to come back, just stay ahead. Even if you just, even if it goes 4-1, 4-2, you just keep an ample lead, give Wemby ample time to clear protocol and everything. You'll be all right. Honestly, because next series they're playing against probably the Nuggets or the Timberwolves. I think they're going to match up against the Nuggets, and you'll definitely need Wemby to match up with Jokic. So this series, I do think, for what it's worth, bro, him missing this series, it won't be that big of a deal because I do have faith in the Spurs' depth. Luke Cornett is a very solid backup big. I miss him in Boston. Keldon Johnson just won 6th Man of the Year. Ron Harper Jr. No, Dylan Harper. I'm sorry. Ron Harper's in Boston. Dylan Harper, Steph Castle, Vassell, Champagny, De'Aaron Fox is your leader. So they have depth. It's not like the team is just Wemby or die, but I do think it makes things more interesting with the interior game for the Blazers because Robert Williams, another Celtic, damn man, I miss my dog. Donovan Clingan, and the rebounding game. Because Avi is a great rebounder. Donovan Clingan is like 7'4". Robert Williams is a menace on the glass. They have depth over there, man. So the loss of Wemby does make it interesting, but I don't think Portland is consistent enough to string off 3 straight victories against the Spurs. So I'm going to say they get another one, Spurs in 6. And yeah, man. But I do think it'll be best for them to try to play the long game and keep Wemby out for as long as possible to get him ready for next series. Don't rush him back. This is time for Mitch Johnson to actually get in his coaching bag and show what he can do without Wemby because they've done it in the regular season without Wemby. So you're playing against the Blazers squad with nothing to lose at this point. So just go out there and, play as hard as you can.
Okay. What you got, Gino?
I think whenever it comes down to a playoff series, I always want to see how teams perform when they go on the road. Portland traditionally is a hard place to play at, and I'm not saying that Portland can win the series. I'm just saying like I would not be shocked without Wemby if they didn't respond appropriately to playing in Portland. Now that still kind of tracks with your whole 6-game theory, Brizo.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see a world where if it goes bad in Portland and you're not sure you're going to get Wimby back, where it could go seven. And in the 7 game series, 7 game, anything can happen. Is it like super duper likely? Not really. I only say that because I haven't seen San Antonio play on the road yet. And I know no matter what we feel about Portland, Portland's arena is a tough place to play when they get rolling at times. So as far as like concern, like if you could ask me out of 10, how concerned am I? I probably like say 5. If they lose game 3 bad, then I'm at a 7. If they lose game 3 and game 4, then I'm like at a 8. So for me, it really comes down to how game 3 looks. Even if they lose game 3 by a little, I'm not concerned because everybody's gonna lose a game here and there. If they go out there and get beat by 20 or get beat by 15 both games or something like that, then I'm concerned, especially if Wimby can't come back in time. But I think they should get by Portland 50-50 if they can get by whoever they play next if he's not healthy.
Okay. So if he is healthy, you think they could go to the conference finals then?
Yeah, if he's healthy, I feel like they can go to the they're not going any further, but I feel like they can go to conference final.
Okay. For me, I think the Spurs will be fine. When Victor Wembanyama did miss time this season, they had a winning record. I think a 12-4 record, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a team that is loaded, like how Breeze was speaking on. I mean, they have wing players that all can create their own shots, and some of them can play makes somewhat. I mean, De'Aaron Fox is still there. Stephon Castle is becoming one of the better defenders in this league, and he's also a guy who's good enough to create his own look. Keldon Johnson, Breeze said it, 6 Man of the Year. You got Dylan Harper, who's been playing pretty steady for a rookie, and he's looked up to par in my estimation of what I believe he was going to be for this team and this squad. So they have guys that's there that can shoulder the load in terms of the offensive standpoint. I don't think points is going to be hard to come by, but the defensive prowess and just the presence Wemby commands once he's on the court, that's where he's going to be missed, and that's where it's going to hurt a lot. Because I said this when we spoke about it, it's going to be a long night for Denny whenever he's having to try to get in the paint against Victor Wembanyama. Now with Luke Kennard, all respect to him, but he's not Wembanyama. It's just not the same presence down there. So it's going to be a little bit lighter waters to tread because you don't have that elite rim protection anymore. And now you have a team in the Trailblazers who, by all accounts, they're playing with house money right now. No one expected them to win the series. No one expected them to make it even competitive. So they're going out there just playing carefree basketball almost. And that's some of the most dangerous teams you can pretty much play. So it's gonna be a little trickier. I don't think the Spurs are going to lose the series by any means, but it will be a little bit trickier to navigate and see how exactly it will unfold for them. Because I don't think it's just going to be fleshed out with as much ease as we once thought it could potentially be.
Mm.
Anything else I want to add about the series, or y'all good?
Nah, man. That's how I see it playing out.
Okay. So next series I want to speak on. I want to speak. Excuse me. I want to speak on the Nuggets and the Timberwolves series. That's currently tied 1-1 as well. Timberwolves went out. Anthony Edwards picked it up in the second game of the series. Jamal Murray seemed to slow down a tad bit in the second half of that game, but that's kind of who he is at this point. But what are y'all thoughts on that series thus far, and what do y'all think it will mean ultimately for the next round, whoever wins this? I'm gonna start with you, Jenna. What you got?
I think if the Nuggets win, they pose the most threat to San Antonio to me. One, because I don't really buy anything that Julius Randle is selling. And I don't really want to even see Julius Randle even have to try to deal with Victor Wembanyama. But down in that area, I'd rather see Jokic. Now, with that said, because matchups make fight, I can't count Anthony Edwards out unless it's just a team that's just super duper supreme to them. And I don't think the Nuggets are that. But I do look at this and I say, if the Nuggets can win, they pose the most threat to really to either to either one of those teams, whether it's OKC or if it's San Antonio, to knock them out the way. Barring, in my opinion, I just really feel like, man, this series is one of those series where we kind of watching it. I don't want to say for fun, but I'm really watching it for fun because deep down inside, I know neither one of these teams, if San Antonio is healthy, is getting past San Antonio. So it's one of those series where I'm watching. I mean, it's like the Pistons, like how I kind of already told you, I don't think the Pistons are going to get past the Cavs. I'm watching the Pistons and the Magic for fun because I pretty much know this is just one of those series where it kind of dies there. That's going to be the same thing there with Denver and Minnesota. Neither one of these teams is getting past San Antonio to me. It's going to be San Antonio, Oklahoma City. So it's more or less for me just bragging rights between Minnesota and Denver.
Okay, but I appreciate your comment, Jay Webb. But up on the stage real quick. Appreciate the comment always. But what you got, Breeze? What's your thoughts on the series so far?
On the two things, I want people to start putting respect on Rudy Gobert. I know we have a lot of jokes. We say a lot of funny shit. You know, he's goofy, he's this, he's that. But for the past two games, he's been playing some of the best defense on Jokic I've seen since Dwight Howard in the bubble. Honestly. Now, Jokic, his scoring numbers are a little down. The field goal percentage is down, and that's the Rudy Gobert presence. When you see the way he's locking it, he's making things difficult for Jokic. It's not going to show up, like I said, on the box scores, like, shots deflected or, bumping him off his spot or anything, but he's being physical with Jokic. And Anthony Edwards said it the best. We're a different team without Rudy Gobert. And I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the memes like, four-time defensive player of the year, my ass, this man garbage, this man this. But for what he's there for, he's doing a really good job. And that's doing his best to hold Jokic down. Now, nobody in the league can hold Jokic down. But the defense that I've seen him playing is some of the best I've seen in a while. He's active. He's deflecting balls. He's closing out. He's protecting the rim. He's doing a really good job. And I just want people to, acknowledge that because we slander Rudy. Now, moving forward, I do still think that the Nuggets will take it in 6. Reason being is because I don't expect Anthony Edwards every night to come out and go for 35 or for. I'm not going to see that. I don't think that's going to happen. I do think the fatigue kicks in because you can see a lot of time when he has to go on these extensive runs, he plays with so much energy, so much force, so much that it burns himself out, bro. You saw it when they played Oklahoma City, I think last year or the year before. When series run deep and your number one player is just iso ball, trying to go get buckets, bro, you see him burn out. We see it with James Harden. The deeper the series get, bro, the worse his game declines, bro. Because it's just too much, bro. I don't think the Timberwolves have enough to actually help Anthony Edwards get to the promised land, bro. I do still think that they're missing that point guard to settle everything down. I like when Mike Conley was starting, but for some reason they put Mike Conley on the bench. He was that guy that actually calmed everything down, ran plays, got everything structured. But yeah, man, I still think the Nuggets taking in 6, but I do think the Wolves will make it competitive.
Okay. For me, I agree with the sentiment of Rudy Gobert. I just believe he's been on the bad side of some really misfortunes, like whether it was the Luka game winner, whether it's Nikola Jokic killing him for the series they had the season before last, when the Wolves came back and won that game in incredible fashion to win the series. So it's like he's been given a bad hand in terms of just the overall opponents he has to go up against. So it's tough, bro. But nonetheless, he's still one of the best rim protectors this game has ever seen. He's still one of the best defenders this game has seen. I mean, he's not nowhere near a bad defender. I know a lot of people do say he's bad and this and the third, but the reality of the situation is he's one of the best defenders in the league, and he's been that for the last damn near decade. So I think
DPOY.
I think at the end of the day, when it comes down to the Timberwolves, though, the thing that's holding them back, they have no consistent shot creation. I mean, outside of Anthony Edwards, that's it. I mean, Julius Randle, good luck. I mean, is he a second scoring option? I guess. You got Dante DiVincenzo. I guess he's okay, streaky shooter. You know, that outside of a 3-point shot when it's falling, outside of that, he's not really impacting the game anywhere else. I know I like Jaden McDaniels. I think Jaden McDaniels can play, but he's not anyone you're going to be writing on your scouting report to monitor to stop. I mean, he scores when he scores because he plays with energy, hustle, and he's gotten a better jumper at this point too. But he's not no guy that's gonna go out and give you 24 a night. That's not him. That's not his game. And you also have these other guys that you just not getting anything from. I mean, Kyle Anderson, they thought they would get something from him. They haven't gotten nothing from him. They thought they was going to get a little bit more out of Mike Conley. At this point, Mike Conley is done. So I just personally don't believe they have the depth, nor do they have the floor general, like Breeze said, to just simply take a lot of this pressure off of Anthony Edwards' back and just to relieve him of some of that duty. And it's difficult because, like I said in the chat, I mean, the man was playing with a pretty much a bum knee at one point. I mean, I don't know if it still affects his game or whatever, but when you having these injuries piled up on the fact that you already are asked to at least go out and give us at least 28, because we need it. It's not that it's optional. No, we need 28. Because if you aren't getting it, ain't no one else getting it, bro. Like we need it from you. So it's tough. And I just think that's what works in Denver's favor, excuse me. Because when you look at the Nuggets setup, for all accounts, bro, Nikola Jokic, offensive engine, one of the best offensive engines we've seen in NBA history. It doesn't take a lot of energy for him to play his game. He's not on the perimeter, dribble move. He's in the post area. He's punishing defenders and he's getting good looks for his guys. He always seems to get guys in a flow, in a rhythm, and create for them. So that's the difference between the team like the Nuggets and the Wolves, because you got a guy who could not only just help create for others, but you have a guy that's also running who's a consistent shot creator. Because for all accounts, Jamal Murray is a pretty damn good player. I think if he's on the Timberwolves, yeah, we talk about a whole nother story. But because he's not, that's the difference. You have another consistent shot creator and semi good playmaker. So for me, even though it looks to be panning out to be one of the more interesting series of the playoffs, if not the most interesting series, I still think the Nuggets take this in 6 as well. I don't see any reason to believe they don't win it. But, we never know. We'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can I say one thing, bro? Before we move on, this is going to be the second time that Minnesota fumbles generational athletes, brother.
Bro, franchises are bad franchises.
Bro,
All the time.
Minnesota in general, they fumble Randy, they fumble KG. Now they're gonna fumble Ant, and if they don't fix that shit in with the Vikings, bro, Jetta's gone, man. They got some good fortune drafting, but they can't. Man, hell no, man.
I mean, the thing is, it's like I said, bro. Somehow, some way, a bad franchise will find a way to be bad. Whether it's even if they had some success, whether it's they lucked up or they drafted well, somehow, some way, they're gonna find a way to be bad. They're gonna find a way to come up short when they should have been probably a step ahead, or even 2. So it's like I'm not shocked by it because it's like, bro, this is Minnesota we're talking about. This is a team that's never even been in the finals. So it's like, are we really surprised? I mean, this is the same franchise we've seen Kevin Love play for. Kevin Love was arguably a top 5 player in the league, and they wouldn't win nothing with him, let alone just KG. We know KG, but they also lucked up on Kevin Love and didn't do nothing with him. They also just now lucked up on Anthony Edwards, did nothing with him. They couldn't develop Zach LaVine or any other talent because it's like if guys aren't great, like their own merit, it seems like to me, in my opinion. I mean, bro, it's like it's figure it out. Like that's how that franchise moved. That's how they moved to me. But let's move off into the next series, man. We're gonna talk about the Lakers and the Rockets. This one seems to be quite a surprise for a lot of people, and rightfully so, with Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves out. The Rockets are down 0-2 in this series, even despite the fact that Kevin Durant played last night. So, first, I'm going to ask you, Breeze, what are your thoughts on the series thus far?
I'm not really thinking nothing of it because honestly, I had a feeling that this was going to happen because one, the floor spacing in Houston is and has always been horrible. There's little to no shooters on that team outside of Jabari Smith and Reed Shepard. And again, like we were talking about, the point guard play. There's nobody there to run the offense, bro. I mean, you're playing point guard by committee at this point. You're trying to run the offense through Sengun. You have Kevin Durant sometimes bringing the ball up. You have Asar Thompson sometimes bringing the ball up. I mean, you got Amen Thompson bringing the ball up. So, bro, it's point guard by committee at this point, and you can see that even though, like I said, Fred VanVleet isn't an All NBA, All Star, this, but he was the point guard for that team. What he learned in Toronto, playing in that championship, he brought it to Houston to stabilize things. And you can see that what the team is missing. He was also a great floor spacer. He was nuclear from three. I do think with the way the series is looking now, um, I think, man, I think it's gonna go to game 7. I really just don't expect, Luke Kennard every night to go out and put up 25. I don't expect Marcus Smart to go out there and put up 25 because I know who these guys are. They can have a flash in the pan, but this is nothing consistent. I do think it'll go to 7, and I think in the game 7, anything can happen, honestly. But I don't expect a sweep or a 4-1 or nothing like that, bro, because I know the Lakers. The Lakers are the Lakers, bro. They'll some way find a way to fuck this up. So I do think it'll go to 7, honestly.
That's crazy, boy. You just picked the Rockets to win in 5 the other week.
I did, brother.
It's crazy, boy.
I
Like
did, bro.
ass, boy. What you got, Gino?
I see about 6 Breezo at best. I'm not gonna lie. Houston, even last year, for some reason, I don't know what they I like. I don't trust Houston at all to do anything. Like how you feel about LA Breeze. I feel that way completely about Houston right here, right now. Now, last year I felt that way because Jalen Green, I didn't trust him. This year I feel that way because, quite frankly, Kevin Durant, I don't think he's really gonna do nothing. Maybe there's like one game where he's just taking completely over and pushing the boundaries of the Lakers. But when I look at the Houston Rockets play, even from last year, even with Van Fleet, they just don't. I'm not gonna say they don't care about basketball, but it just seemed like when things start to get tough, okay, we're gonna try, but we're not really going to like play with this grit and grind and push through and fight. And I just feel like, man, even with the Lakers having a tendency to kind of give games away in the playoffs, post that championship in the bubble, man, I look at Houston, bro. Like even with Udoka, like I mean, I don't even think Udoka is really these last 2 playoffs even making good decisions as a coach. Like everything about Houston to me is I just look at like whatever LA could do to mess it up, Houston is gonna do them a favor and give it right back. Like Houston could come out there next game and get up by 20, and then somehow Houston would just feel a little bit pushed back and just give up. Like I don't really trust anything with them dudes, especially without, like you said, without the point guard. Then you need Kevin Durant to be the veteran leadership to pull everybody aside and look deep within themselves. Yeah, no, this series is over. Maybe they can get to 6. I don't see 7. I see, and if they lose game 3, well, this is obviously nobody really come back from game 3. They lose game 3, they probably get swept because it's gonna pack it up. That team has no fight. It has no team. And unless the Lakers just come out there and completely just throw the series away, this series is over, bro.
Okay. Uh, so for me, I want to say this. I don't think the series is over, but I will say this: if the Rockets don't go out and win Game 3, yeah, it's a sweep. It's going to be a sweep, and the reason being is because the what I've seen in these games and what I've seen from the Rockets it's simply just not good, bro. Like, I mean, on both ends of the ball, dog. Like, I'm talking about defensively, they seem to be out of place almost every possession. The Lakers ball movement, Now, granted, LeBron James been doing it for a long time. He's decisive in his pass making ability, and he's one of the best passers the game has ever seen. No denying that. But the fact that it seems to always be another man open, like another pass to get a dude a damn good look, is crazy as hell. Like, I get it. 41-year-old LeBron, basically Magic Johnson at this point. But I'm sorry, bro. Like, there's no way Luke Kennard, Marcus Smart, and Rui Hachimura should be out here dropping 20 plus on us all. Like, it just shouldn't happen, bro. And this is a team that was, I believe, a top 10, top 6 defense, if I'm not mistaken. And you put that to the side, and then you look on the offensive side, bro. Like, it's bad. I mean, Sengun can't get nothing going. This is a guy who I was high on going into the season. He's falling flat on his face. Then you got Amin Thompson, who still you're waiting to see if the talent can unfold and become more. I get it. He's young. It's going to take time to develop. But the fact that you are a guard, bro, and dudes are letting you have 4 feet of space, it's a problem. This is a problem. Like, it's no other way to look at it. And then you turn around and see Jabari Smith Jr. You see, you feel me, as points at times, Reese Shepard. You see Kevin Durant come back, 9 turnovers in the game because he, for whatever reason, can't be a double team to save his life at this point. But it's just not good, bro. And what makes it worse, the thing that makes it worse, Emile Doka is being outcoached by JJ Redick right now. And it's not even close. Like, JJ Redick is running circles around him right now. Like, this was a team that many said was not a good defensive team. But right now, the Lakers look like they're the best fucking defense in the league. Because they are literally swarming to the ball, and they're affecting the Rockets so horribly that they can't even get good looks off, let alone, actually make shots. Like, Sengun has looked bad. Thompson, he shot the ball well, but that's because everything he's shooting is layups. And then KD, he goes berserk in the first half, but the second half he takes 3 shots. Like, I'm like, bro, like, what's going on? Like,
Man, what's
no, bro, like, it's from an all around standpoint. The Rockets just seem like
they don't care.
they're playing like, I'm not gonna say scared, but I agree with you, Gino. It just looks like they're playing and going through the motions. It don't really seem like there's a real grit or grind. And it's crazy to see because it's like, bro, the Lakers are down their first and second scoring option. They're down their first and second scoring options. It's a series. It really should.
Yeah. That's why I say that's not to cut you off, Bree. You're gonna say something, Bree, but that's why I say, man, I just don't think it's in that Rocket group to just care. Cause like to even get to 7, we need game 3 and game 4. If it gets to 3-1, we ain't getting no game 7. We are not getting there. So they need game 3, game 4. I just don't buy anything that Houston is selling unless they are just a supreme home team, gotta be a home team. It just look like it. If any sign of adversity happened, they not trying. Like anything get too tight, they just gonna say, all right, cool. We take it or leave it type of mentality.
I'm not gonna lie. I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
The roster construction is terrible. Just from top to bottom, the roster construction is terrible. You have a lot of talent, but you don't have pieces. Meaning, when your best shooter is Reed Shepard and he's on the bench, and your starting lineup just consists of one shooter and Jabari Smith, and the rest of your team is just paint heavy. When you trap Kevin Durant and you have wide open shooters on the 3 that can't throw a rock into an ocean, that's what's making the Lakers look like a great defense, brother. Honestly, because they're just exploiting the shooting, which I'm not discrediting or nothing like that. But if the Rockets constructed their roster was even just a smidge better, they had perimeter shooting on that team, bro, this would be annihilation on the Rockets' behalf, brother. Like, I'm not gonna say JJ Redick isn't doing a great job coaching because he's being in flack all year for what the Lakers have been doing, but I do think on the defensive end and without Luka and without AR, they look like a better unit. They're not a better team. talent-wise. They're a better unit because the ball can flow. Ah, Lord, look at Mike, man. The ball can flow. There's not Luka dribbling the ball for 18 seconds in the shot clock. AR, dribbling the ball, trying to get it. No, the ball can flow. LeBron can naturally, okay, here, you. So I do think they're more of a balanced unit without the two. And defensively, they're a lot better because you go into your bench that has defensive players like Vanderbilt. Even though he's not an offensive guy, you have Vanderbilt. You have solid players on the bench who can actually lock up on the perimeter. So it looks better than what it is. Like right now, this is just a makeup job over everything that's going on. And if the Rockets did have that semblance of shooting, bro, outside of Kevin Durant and Jabari in the starting lineup, bro, it'll look so much different, bro. So much different, honestly.
I mean, I don't disagree with the shooting perspective that you're saying for the Rockets. The thing is, the Lakers aren't constructed well either. It's not a good team, bro. Like they're top heavy, they have talent, but outside of Marcus Smart and Luke Kennard, who they recently acquired in trade, I mean, you really ain't got nothing on the bench for real. For being real, like you got Rui, who's solid, but he's a starter more often than not. And outside of him, who we talking about? Jackson Hayes. I mean, who else we can name? Jake LaRivia. Bro, like, and I say that to say this. I'm not giving no one any slack or cutting any kind of reason as to why it's not working. I don't care why it's not working. Fix it. You're the better team. You're the better team. Like, regardless of how we want to slice it, regardless of what we want to say the reasoning, they're the better team. There's no reason to be down 0-2 right now to the Lakers. There's zero reason. We're talking about 41-year-old LeBron James. I get it. He's arguably the greatest player to ever play this game. He's 41 years old, bro. He hasn't played 40 minutes all year. And he did that 2 straight games, damn near. Like, bro, no. I'm not giving him that, bro. Because at the end of the day, when you have a team that had the expectations of competing for a title and you very may well be outside the playoffs in the first round, it's a problem. Like, it's just a problem. And then it's to a team that's, again, we can say whatever we want about Luka, AR, defense, whatever. Bro, you leaving 50 points off the damn board, bro, with them 2 out. And they still making up the ground. Nah, bro. At some point, no. At some point, we got to say the Rockets some shit. And we got to say Emil Doka might not be the coach that he once was. Because this is just a bad coaching job right now.
Yeah.
On top of the team not looking good.
You see what happened, bro, when niggas leave the Celtics, man. You see what happened, dog.
Yes, man.
You see what happened, man. I mean, come on, man. You see what happened. I had to put the call in.
Put the call in is crazy, I ain't gonna lie. But do y'all want to discuss the OKC and Suns series or
next?
Because I don't really want to discuss that shit.
Next.
That's gonna be.
Hey, I will say though, SGA
what?
5 for 14, 25 points with 15 free throws. Boy, that was some ass right there, boy.
Hey, I'm glad you brought that up, bro. Because I remember when we had that argument with Will, and he swore, Will and Quincy, and they swore up and down James Harden just was foul baiting more than SGA. I'm like, bro, y'all not watching SGA, bro. I'm like, listen, don't get me wrong. James Harden in Houston was definitely playing for the whistle some night.
Hey, but wait, let me pause before you real quick. James Harden had the fundamental to do it though, bro. With the rip throughs and everything.
Yeah, but that's home. That's what I was about to say, Breeze. James Harden had an art to it almost, even if you don't like it, right? He found ways to catch guys when they least expected it, to the point niggas had to guard him with their hands behind his back. Like, that was legit happening. Bro, I see SJ in the post, and he literally just bumps into a nigga and falls, and he gets these calls. Like, I'm like, oh, he'll drive into the paint, literally make a layup look more difficult than it has to be, and he gets a call, bro. Like, I'm like, bro, come on, dog. Like, I'm like, at some point, bro, we gotta say he playing for the whistle too, dog.
Look at this, bro.
Playing for the whistle too. Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Like,
bro, what kind of foul is this, bro? What foul in basketball warrants this shit, bro?
Bro, I remember last season when they played the Wolves and Jaden McDaniels just had enough of that nigga. He literally pushed that nigga. He was like, bro, I'm tired of this shit. Like, bro, he ain't even hide his frustration, bro. He just straight up pushed his ass. Like, bro, like, stop this shit and hoop. Like, god damn. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, listen, SJ may very well be the best player in the league right now, but
Mm-hmm.
you gotta call a spade, bro. That nigga be out there chasing that whistle, dog. He do. But let's move off into the NFL, bro. I want to discuss some NFL stuff. So we're gonna discuss the Bengals trading for Dexter Lawrence before we discuss the draft, since that impacts the draft.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna let you go first, Breeze. I know Gino got a lot you want to say about it. So what you got, Breeze? What are you, for those who don't know, let me say this. Dexter Lawrence was recently moved and traded to the Cincinnati Bengals for the 10th overall pick. And the Bengals also extended him to a 1-year, $28 million deal for whatever that may be worth.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, Breeze. What you got?
I would like to pull an honorary Chris Paul moment and throw the alley oop to Geno Blake Griffin. Go ahead, bro. You got this one, dog. I'm gonna just sit back and enjoy my water. You got this one, bro.
All right, man. I want to be very, very clear. Because I spent so much time with Bengal fans on Twitter. And I'm going to be respectful to of your podcast and not start cussing. I'm the district attorney of Cincinnati because the Bengals need to be locked up, bro. I am literally sorry, bro. Like, I have spent the last 3 days talking to Bengal fans and explaining to them this is exactly what the Cincinnati Bengals are. They are a girlfriend that cheats on you, that lies to your mama, manipulates you, don't sleep with you, and cause a bunch of headaches. And then they do one small thing for you and they tell you that everything is good. When I really sit back and understand how the Cincinnati Bengals got here, and then I look at how they got here, dude, they need to be arrested. First, from a financial standpoint, when Bengal fans told me that everything that we got this offseason, we could not get if we kept Trey Hendrickson. That is a lie. Number one, the way Baltimore, Philadelphia, LA, San Francisco, and I can go on all day until we get to Cincinnati and Green Bay. Green Bay drafts better than Cincinnati, granted. They structure deals in a way as to where they push money down the line that allows them to sustain so much talent on the front end. Philadelphia, they do it. LA, the team that beat them in the Super Bowl, does it. Kansas City makes a discernment that once we kind of hit that road, we will let guys go for draft picks. The long story short is Cincinnati consistently takes the position. We are going to pay on the front end versus deferring the money. And this is part of the reason why Cincinnati cannot stack talent. They can swap it out, but they can't stack it like a Philadelphia, stack it like a Baltimore, stack it like LA or whoever. Even when Cincinnati fans was coming to me and saying, I still want Dexter Lawrence. Have Dexter Lawrence. Have Jonathan Allen. Joe Burrow, Chase, and Higgins all said, restructure my deal. You restructure that deal, that's $26 million, and now you have all of these guys on your team if you want to. On top of that, when we talk about letting Trey Hendrickson go, you want to let Trey Hendrickson go? Fine. There's a blueprint. It's the Carolina Panthers. I am going to tag and trade you because the biggest offense is now that Trey Hendrickson is on the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens, who were going to trade for Max Crosby and give up 2 first-round picks, get to keep their 2 first-round picks because you, as the Cincinnati Bengals, are incompetent. You are so incompetent that you don't tag Trey Hendrickson and just say, Lions, Bears, Cowboys, give me your best offer. So from the financial lie of the Cincinnati Bengals to not tagging this man lie of the Cincinnati Bengals, and even when the Cincinnati Bengals come to me and say, Well, draft picks are not guaranteed. They fans were saying this. I got a trade for you, Cincinnati Bengals. That's almost a that's really a guarantee. Since the 2000 Cincinnati Bengals, when you get into the top five, you have gotten AJ Green, Carson Palmer, Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow. When you have gotten into the top five since the 2000s, you have not missed, nigga. You have not. So to tell me that bare minimum you can't entertain the idea of trading up, or to tell me you can't entertain the idea of structuring these contracts to retain Trey with Dexter, with Jonathan, if you wanted to. I don't have an issue when somebody makes $300. I don't have an issue when somebody makes $500. I have an issue when you lose $1,000 and you make $500 and you tell me to look at $500. That's how I look at the Cincinnati Bengals. This is not a slight against Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence did nothing wrong. Dexter Lawrence can't uplift the New York Giants, who had a terrible defense. Neither can Trey Hendrickson. An incompetent team cannot put together a competent defense around an individual player. My beef with the Cincinnati Bengals is you are so incompetent that even when you get $500, I remember you lost $1,000. That is my chief beef with the Cincinnati Bengals. Is you had a chance to restructure contracts, make trades, and you could have Jonathan Allen, Dexter Lawrence, Caleb Down, Jonathan Allen, Dexter Lawrence, Trey Hendrickson. There was so much that you can do, but you're incompetent. You're just incompetent.
Okay. All right, that was a lot. But Breeze, what you got, bro? What's your thoughts on the move, bro?
Hey man, you already know how I felt. Gino pretty much, laid it all out there. Pause. But I'm gonna just be honest with y'all, man. None of this shit that y'all doing matters if y'all don't protect Joe Burrow, bro. It's not gonna matter. I don't give a fuck. You can go somehow fleece and get Micah Parsons a new ACL and bring him, bro. If y'all don't put something on that offensive line to protect Joe Burrow, it's done. It's over with. You invested a shit ton of money in him. Not only is the damage physical, it's mental, because he's talking about he's not happy anymore. He doesn't want to do this. He's considering not doing this anymore. And this hurt because my quarterback did it and he left and we ain't been shit ever since. And Bengals, y'all ain't shit right now. So before y'all end up being even shittier than y'all already are, bro, please protect the man, bro. Please.
Let me say
he
this.
Getting fucked up on the field and y'all breaking into the man's house. Come on, bro. Cincinnati, do better, man. Please do better, bro. Protect Joe Burrow, man.
All I'm gonna say is real quick. There is something worse than Cincinnati being bad. It's them being stuck in that Atlanta Hawks NBA style, where it's like they were good enough to compete, but not getting championships, and they fans felt cheated. That's the only argument I've been making the Bengals fan is where Dexter Lawrence with those people, they might be good enough to get back to the playoffs, good enough to win a championship right here, right now. And again, maybe they make some moves in the draft or whatever. I don't see the vision. No, you're going to feel bad about this at the end of the day if they don't start to move different. All you have to do is be the Philadelphia Eagles with your money. That's really it. And draft better. You don't do either one of those two, so it's nothing against Dexter Lawrence. Yo, these comments is crazy. What's going on here?
Hey, that Carlos comment is crazy.
What's going on here, bro?
That
Wait, what happened?
The comment, you don't see it?
Nah, I don't see nothing, bro.
I can't put.
Yeah, you can't put it on the screen, bro.
He talk about you though.
Man, what the
I gotta delete that one, Carlos. I ain't gonna lie, that one.
what?
Gotta delete that one, man. But
Hey, y'all screenshotted that.
Nah, damn.
I ain't I should have screenshotted.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna believe we saw that, bro.
I should have screenshotted it.
Hey, Carlos, what she look like, dog?
Look,
sound Latino, so
that's crazy. But hey, so
hey, bro, I'm crying.
I don't disagree with y'all's sentiments, man. I think, like I just said 2 minutes ago about the Timberwolves, I said the same thing about the Timberwolves. I think I think bad franchises find a way to be bad, bro. And yes, the Bengals have lucked up on some draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
They drafted Jamar, they drafted Cousin Palmer, they drafted Joe, they drafted Geno Atkins, Carlos Dunlap. They've drafted some talent, bro. No,
Mm-hmm. But
I want to say this though, bro. I gotta say this, bro. I got to. I'm a believer in Dexter Lawrence, though. I think Dexter Lawrence is the best interior tackle in the league. I think he's that good, bro. And I know last year was a down year for him. I personally believe a large portion of that had a lot to do with the fact that the nigga played with a fucking vibranium arm all season with an elbow injury, and it was hindering him. Now, I'm not gonna give him that excuse in terms of say he shouldn't have been better because of course he should have been better.
mm-hmm.
But this is a guy who is clearly an all-pro talent, and the Bengals have not drafted an all-pro talent on the defensive side since Geno Atkins, and that's over 15 years ago. And it's telling to me that you simply cannot draft well when it comes to the defensive side of the ball, at least not in recent memory. And as bad as the offensive line is, and it is bad, do not get me wrong. I said this to Breeze the last time we spoke about the Bengals. It's not a matter of, to me, of prioritizing one thing or the other. I think it's about you have to address everything. Whether it's giving up picks for talent, whether it's drafting talent who you think you could develop, you got to do something. And going out to get Dexter Lawrence with the 10th pick, we could say they could have drafted whoever. The fact of the matter is, if your 10th pick is Dexter Lawrence, I think it's a damn good trade. I think it's a damn good pick. How
Yeah,
do you like?
and not to cut you off, Tavara, I don't disagree. Let's say this. My disagreement, let's say this. You want Dexter Lawrence, tag and trade Trey Henderson, get another pick. Like my issue with Cincinnati
Yeah,
is
they mishandled the situation for
the
sure.
waste of resources. That's my
They mishandled the situation for sure. There's no denying that, bro. And I said that when they moved DJ Reader when he went to y'all. I said the same thing about DJ Reader when he went to the Lions. I said the same thing about Jesse Bates when he went to the Falcons.
Joe
Like,
Mixon.
yeah, exactly. Like it's like at some point, bro, if you're going to draft these talents and you're going to have talent on your team, you have to retain talent. And they don't do that. And it's because they're notoriously cheap. And that's why I completely agree. They mismanaged their team despite the fact that they've had talent come in the door so many times. And if I'm a Bengals fan, that's what would be frustrating for me. Like, yeah, Dexter Lawrence is cool. And like I just told you, I think Dexter Lawrence is the best in the business. And pairing him with Jonathan Allen, I think your interior gets significantly better. The problem is Shamar Stewart is still our best pass rusher. I mean,
Yeah,
that's the problem. I mean,
yeah,
in terms of edges, he's your probably could pan out to be something, but
and that
that's the problem.
and see that's really just the mismanagement of resources. Look, man, if for whatever reason, because again, maybe Trey Hendrickson isn't healthy, you want to go get Baines you want to trade Trey Hendrickson, use that first to get Dexter, and then get Bain from Miami. Like I'm cool with that. Like just manage your resources correctly. Just do that. Like that's really all I'm saying here. Because again, even if you keep Trey Hendrickson, restructure, get Dexter Lawrence with the first round pick, still can have Jonathan Allen. But like we just said a minute ago, Tavares, they don't believe in pushing money down the line. They don't believe in doing what Philadelphia does. So they have to pay all this money up front, and every year they in a crunch, they in a bind, and instead of being able to have Trey Hendrickson and Dexter Lawrence, it becomes an either or because they just want to be the Cincinnati Bengals. And see, that's why for me is that's why I just give them the bad girlfriend and the drug addict analogy. No matter what they do, they can just never stack it on top of each other. They get $500, lose $500, and it's just one big circle. And again, it's not taking anything away from Dexter Lawrence. I don't blame Dexter Lawrence for how bad New York Giant defense was. I don't blame Trey Hendrickson for how bad Cincinnati defense was. You build a better defense, defensive linemen play better. I blame all this on Cincinnati. Like I blame all this on Cincinnati. They're a terrible franchise. I know something about the terrible franchise. The Lions at times are terrible franchise, and terrible franchises just do this stuff. They just can't stack like they're supposed to.
Mhm. Right, and I completely agree with that sentiment, bro. And that's why I said when we was discussing it the other night was that I think we're saying the same thing. We're just wording it differently. Because at the end of the day, I don't disagree at all. Like they cannot retain talent, nor can they manage a team correctly in order to become a cohesive unit that competes. Because bro, if we're looking at it right, when you just look at it like blank resume type shit, you got a top 5 quarterback, right? You got a top 3 receiver. You have a top 3 receiving 2 option. You got a pretty good running back. I mean, Chase Brown, he might not be top 10, but he ain't sorry.
He
Yeah,
nice. Great dual threat though. He nice.
Yeah,
he
so I'm saying,
capable.
you got solid running back play. You the offensive line could, of course, be better, but you have talent on the offensive side that you can put points up with. Shit, we seen it last season, the year before that, and now you have a defense that lost Jesse Bates, DJ Reader, Trey Hendrickson. Now they also lost Cam Taylor-Britt. They also went out and drafted DJ Turner, who's good. Who knows how long he'll be there at this point because they seem to never retain talent. That's the issue. And if the Bengals, like I said, I think it's a good move because I just think Dexter Lawrence is that good. And if you're telling me with my 10th overall pick, we get Dexter Lawrence, I'm good with that. I'm living with that. But it's the fact that, and I agree with you completely when you say this, Gino, it's the fact that it's what could have been and what you're not going to do. Because at this point, there's no reason for you to believe you're going to make it work. There's no reason to. Like, yes, you still got a second round pick and all these things, but who are you going to get that you feel as if you're going to actually mold into something and it makes an impact for the long term, or at least within the foreseeable future? Because you have a quarterback and receiver room that can compete now. You need people to come in now and compete. But the problem is you let a lot of people walk who could have done that. So what now? Like, it has to be a common ground. Yes, Dexter Lawrence is a good starting point because I think him paired with Jonathan Allen, you got probably the arguably the best interior defensive tackles in the league in terms of a duo. But it's like, bro, Shamar Stewart at the edge.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about that at all.
Mafia at the edge, whatever that guy name is.
Yeah, exactly. I think he had like
Yeah.
4.5 sacks last season. I mean, bro, come on.
Yeah. You've been trending backwards.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, as good as I think Dexter Lawrence is, bro, we just seeing him with Brian Burns and, you feel me, a guy who many said was the best player in the draft last season. I mean, last draft. The Giants defense wasn't hitting on nothing. So I don't really expect much of a difference with the Bengals. I mean, I think he'll play better as an individual because he's healthier, but nah. As a unit, nah, it's not going to really help too much. But let's move off into the draft, though, bro. I want to discuss, because the draft is tomorrow, for those who do not know. I just want to get y'all thoughts really quick on who are y'all expecting to make those splashy moves, whether it's a trade, whether it's getting the steal of the draft in the first round, whatever. Like, who are y'all expecting to actually do something? I'm going to start with you, Breeze. Like, who you think will wow tonight, who will steal the night for the draft?
I do think the Cowboys. I do think I'm trying to remember because it just slipped my mind literally just now. The Cowboys were in the market to make a trade for somebody. I forgot. It was supposed to be like a blockbuster trade. It just slipped my mind. Who was it, bro? I literally just had it on my mind before you asked, bro, and it just slipped my mind.
It's all good. I mean,
come back to me, bro. I'm gonna figure it out, bro. Come back to me.
Yeah, I about to say we just come back to you. But what you think, Gino? Who you think gonna steal tonight?
I've been hearing a lot about LA doing what they had to do to move within that top 13 space. Who I believe, I don't want to say steal a night because a lot of people feel like they should do it and some people don't feel like they shouldn't. I feel like the Titans are going to go ahead and bite the bad PR getting Jeremiah Love. And I understand, the conversations about Carnell Tate, and I understand, the conversations about a running back, being overpaid to be the number 4th overall pick. And I understand that, again, we go back to resource management. I believe that when they really sit down and realize how good he is and how he can complement and help Cam Ward, they'll just put together a plan kind of for next offseason and next draft to really hammer out the needs that they need to take care of. So I see LA moving up, or also the Lions. The Lions have traded a ridiculous amount of times in the draft. I think we average like six, we average like 5 or 6 trades per draft under Brad Holmes. So there's a chance that the Lions will probably move up, move up. The Rams will probably try to move up. And then, like Breezo said, when it comes to Dallas, Dallas is hoping to steal the night by getting Caleb Downs. Or if people don't take Jeremiah Love, or somebody, a talent just falling down to them. So that's what the Cowboys really are banking on. Cowboys are banking on that somebody does not value somebody and they get that somebody that they feel like they shouldn't get. Rams and Lions, I believe, will trade up or try to trade up. It's not a guarantee. And then I know the Browns got two picks in the first round. I'm interested to see what the Browns do because I want to see if they are actually going to try to help Shador in terms of offense, or if they just gonna just bulk up on defense, keep bulking up on defense, even though they got a pretty good defense already.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. I found it. So the Cowboys supposedly they're looking for Micah Parsons 2.0. They're supposed to be trying to trade up into that top 12, 13 range and get Ohio State's Arvell Reese or Sonny Styles, bro. That's what I was reading. They said Jerry Jones is very high on him. He wants to try to go all in to make that trade happen. I do think if they make that trade happen, bro, it does bring light to the Cowboys because offensively they're set. I think the Cowboys are set perfectly with that trio they got of Dak, GP, and CD Lamb. So um, adding a young talent on the defensive side of the ball for Dallas will be amazing. But what they're willing to give up is the question, because the reason I said they'll steal tonight is because we know what Jerry Jones is at this point. We know Jerry Jones try to get the best deal done on his terms. He doesn't want to bend the brick to your terms. Jerry Jones only going to make a deal if he feels that it's worth it. So if Jerry Jones gives up a huge haul or something like that to make this happen, then the narrative around Jerry Jones not only changes, but we can also see what it does for the Cowboys in the future. Because as we saw, the problem with Dallas is never the offense. They're going out there 35, maybe 40 points a game easily. GP and CD Lamb lighting up the league easily. Dak, perennial MVP numbers. It's just they can't stop anybody. So for them to make a move like that, bro, I really think it'll be interesting because I ain't trying to sound like a Cowboy fan, but is Jerry Jones really having a revelation here, bro? If he willing to make a move for a rookie like that, after all these times where he could have made moves for all pro players, elite players, what does Jerry Jones really think of that rookie? Or like, you feel me? It's very interesting because once I saw it, I'm like, bro, this isn't Jerry Jones type shit. Jerry Jones don't do shit like this, bro. He doesn't. So that's gonna be my still of the night for me.
Okay. Okay. For me personally, man, I see where you are coming from, but I think the steal of the night. Not, I don't even think it's gonna be a draft pick, bro. I think when if and when right the Patriots do trade for AJ Brown, I think we're talking about a team that simply put is going to be from top to bottom, damn near have no flaws. I mean, outside of course the young guard and young tackle played with Will Campbell and the other guard they took last season. If those guys develop like you're hoping, I mean, bro, what are we really discussing as a weakness for real on the team? I mean, we're talking about a defense that's damn good. Cornerback play, I told you I feel like Gonzo is really a top 3 corner in the league in my personal opinion. They got a pretty good defensive line. I know they lost Harold Landry, but edge rushers, there's a lot in this draft. I think they could get them one out there. I also believe that with Milton Williams coming back, with with Robert Spillane coming back, they got a pretty good front seven that's going to be solid. And then the offensive side of the ball, I mean, Drake May, we've seen take just leaps and bounds, who was better than what he was his rookie season, was good enough to help those guys make a Super Bowl and get to the promised land, even though they didn't win it. And even though it wasn't pretty to get there, they got there. So for me, man, they go out and get AJ Brown, bro, and you pairing that with Romeo Dobbs, and you got Mac Hollins still on the roster, who was their best deep threat last season. You got uh I forgot the other dude name, who they Harry Douglas, I believe. You got him. I mean, you got some guys that are pretty solid. You got a good running back room. Ramondre Stevenson, CJ Henderson. Like, you got some guys that can play. So for me, that'll be the steal of the night, bro. I mean, I know they said they're waiting post June 1st, but if the details are hashed out and that's how you know the Eagles will end up with the Patriots pick or whatever the case may be, I man, it's gonna be a damn good move in my personal opinion. And then you pair AJ Brown with the coach that he came into the league with, so it's gonna be a good move in my personal opinion. But in terms of the draft itself, I do expect I do expect the either the Falcons or I expect the Titans to be aggressive in terms of at least trying to move up into the draft in the first round and get another guy. I think both teams are going to try to do that because the Titans, from all accounts, from what I've read, from what I've seen, they're looking to add talent across the board to complement Cam Ward. And from what I've seen from the Falcons, you know, with Tua coming in the building, whether however you feel about Tua or not, they're looking to add pieces to help get them back in contention for that division. Because I guess they see what the Panthers are doing. They see the Saints move at a trending somewhat in the right direction under Tyler Shook and Kellen Moore. So, and then the Bucks, the Bucks just simply caught the injury bug last season. So we'll see if they're healthy this year. They did lose Mike Evans, granted, but I think Emeka Ibuka will make up for that. I think Chris Godwin is still pretty solid. So we'll see. But yeah, those are the moves I expect to make to wow the draft almost win the night, in my opinion. But Mike not here, so we're gonna close out with my past versus present segment, fellas. So listen, it's gonna be NBA edition tonight. Past versus present. How this gonna work? We got star players from the past, whether it's deep in the past or just 10, 15 years ago, against the star players of that franchise now. So the first duel I got up for y'all, man. Let me pull up my list, my bad. First duel I got for y'all, to me, this is a good one. I got Jalen Brunson versus Carmelo Anthony.
All
Keep in
right,
mind, them in the uniform, what they
so
were
let
in
me
the uniform.
Only New York.
ask you: are we putting them on the current team, or are you like
Nah,
what's
just who would you rather? If you had to start a team with these franchises, you had to pick one or the other and start a team. That's what it is. It's not putting anyone on the team currently, anything like that.
okay?
I'm still gonna go Melo because I think it's hard to win with a small guard. Even though I think Jalen might, yeah,
I'm gonna go with Melo only because I feel if I'm starting from ground zero, that Melo, his game was very ball dominant, but passing out of those double teams, he was a very good passer on it. I still think Brunson has a long way to go, actually, getting other players involved from the point guard position. Like, he can easily throw a lob off a screen or something like that, but when you trap him, he fucks up a lot. Like, he turnover. I'm gonna go Carmelo, bro.
All right. The next verses I got Kemba Walker versus LaMelo Ball.
we're talking about Kimball for the fall off.
Yep.
Damn, man, we really going blech for blech here, man. I'm gonna roll with I'm gonna roll with Lamelo, man.
Gonna roll with Lamelo.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Lamelo. It's not really saying much, but
Yeah, neither one of them get damn thing to play off. Yeah, I'm on. Yeah, Lamelo. I mean, really, these two dudes both the same.
dude, like really, like
Yeah, we about to have the same fate as the Hornets in real life with both either one of them. So, yeah, I roll with Lamelo. Could breathe, did.
All right, okay. So next verses I got Cade Cunningham versus IT.
Too early to call it. It's a little too early. Start a team.
Yeah, remember, like it's not based on who
Yeah,
better pitched than another. It's based on who you want more than the other to start a team.
yeah. I'm gonna take that gamble with Cade because he can score and distribute. No disrespect to Isaiah Thomas and Joe D ain't coming with him. Since I ain't getting Joe D and Adrian Dantley, and I ain't getting the whole big three. Yeah, I'm gonna take Cade to start.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna roll with Zeke, man. Zeke, my guy, man. I'm gonna roll with Zeke, dog.
You my guy. Just like Tavares said, we starting from scratch. I'm getting a scorer and a distributor. Not saying that IT can't score. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do think evolution works in Cade's favor because
Yeah, that's
back
what
then
I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm gonna roll with IT, dog, just because I think, bro, when you think of Detroit basketball, bro, he's the culture, man. He's that guy.
Oh yeah, I get that. I'm just saying. T said we starting from ground zero, so ain't no culture at that point.
You know what I'm saying? He's coming. He's bringing the culture, bro.
He gonna bring the culture somewhere else. That's what he gonna do.
Who you rolling with, T?
I think I'll take K, bro. I think
Fair
I.
enough, man.
It's close though,
Yeah,
but
it ain't that bad.
I'm gonna next duo I got up, man. I got Scotty Burns versus Pascal Siakam.
I'm going Scotty.
Scotty.
Because majority of Pascal tenure, he was a project there. I really think he got his chance to elevate when he went to Indiana. He played his best ball as a number 2 when Kawhi was there, and it's a reason why they traded him because they didn't see any growth after that Raptors finals. So if you told me Indiana Pascal, where he's all-star, all-NBA, he's really like, I'm gonna go with Scotty because the defensive upside is there. The leadership is there. Only thing holding Scotty back now is Brandon Ingram.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Tavares gonna have to break the tie. I'm going Pascal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gonna have to break the tie, brother.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Scotty with this one too. I think the defensive prowess and his, I think he sees the court a little better than what Pascal did too. I mean, neither one of them are great, but Scotty Burns can bring them actually be efficient. Like,
Okay.
I don't think that was Pascal at all with the Raptors. But so next one I got for y'all though, man. I got Donovan Mitchell versus Kyrie Irving.
Who done? Donovan Mitchell, Kyrie Irving. Two dudes who ain't going nowhere. So
I mean, I will say Donovan Mitchell by himself went farther than Kyrie Irving by himself. So I'm gonna go Spider, man.
yeah, Spider Man. I just don't believe Kyrie, and Kyrie is my one. Yeah, it's gonna be Spider Man unless Kyrie coming with Luca or LeBron.
All right. Okay. Next one I got Battle of the Bigs in this one. We got David Robinson versus Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, it's gonna be It's gonna be starting with like starting from scratch. It's gonna be Victor.
Yeah, it's gonna be Wemby, dog. Shout
Yeah,
out to the Admiral though.
yeah. It sucks for the Admiral, man. That Duncan and Wimby came behind him because it literally took two dudes that great to basically knock him down. What you about to say, Breezo? Think
Jesus
Tim?
Christ, man. Pause, God, man. God damn.
God.
He wasn't going to address it, man. I wasn't going to address it.
Damn.
But
Yeah,
hey,
man.
I get it though. I get it. Hey,
Jesus.
look, next one. Next one I got for y'all though, man. I got Steph Curry versus Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh,
Okay. Now, Gino, let's keep in mind here.
if you believe all that stuff about Wilt,
I'm just saying.
if you believe,
Wilt was Wilt. Steph got drafted, and remember, Steph was borderline, but we factor in everything in a Warriors uniform.
Yeah, that's
Wilt,
why I said
yeah, Wilt
if he.
best years was in Philly and shit. So yeah,
Oh
we
yeah,
gonna,
if it started with the Warriors, hold on, bro. Hold on, wasn't I'm tripping.
we gonna go Steph, man.
No. No, you right, you right. I'm about to be tripping. Hold on, bro.
He's
Hold on.
because he
Somebody
scored that
remind
100
me.
when he was with Philly. Remember,
And they
remember him and Bill Russell was never playing in the finals against each other because they were matching up in the playoffs. I think.
wasn't the Warriors something else. Some when they. I'm tripping. I'm thinking about something else. Never mind.
Yeah, man, we gonna go Steph, man.
Okay, so y'all going Steph,
Yeah, Stephanie Curry, man.
but nah, yeah, they was it
Nah,
was it was
hold
San
on, Breezo. Hold on, Breezo.
Francisco.
Now the when he was in the war when he was with the Warriors.
Yeah, San Francisco. That's what they were. San Francisco Warriors.
No, they spent some time in Philly too. Then they went to San Francisco.
Yeah,
So wait, so we not labeling them the Sixers or what the fuck?
No, they the Philly Warriors then became San Francisco Warriors.
So
that the Philly Warriors is Golden State, bro. Like that's
I'm
what
just
Yeah,
he started his career. He started with Golden State.
I thought he was with the Sixers, but
Nah,
damn,
he was with
the nigga scored 100 though.
he, he was with the Warriors. They just was Philly.
yeah, they
All
were the
right, man.
Philly
So
Warriors. That's why I had to think for a minute. Like technically, we are getting. He's still the best.
Talking about a dude coming in rookie of the year and MVP,
Yeah,
averaging 38 and 28 rebounds. like
yeah,
like
man, we going
yeah,
Wilt, dog.
yeah. I had to double check that. I thought we were getting old man Wilt. And I was like, nah, we're getting Philly Wilt.
nah,
Philly Warrior Wilt.
old man was with Los Angeles.
Yeah.
That was old man Will. But all right, okay, y'all going with that? That's crazy. I thought y'all boys gonna go side with Steph, but I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
Next, the last duo I got, this may be the most controversial one. I got SGA and Kevin Durant.
Oh, shit, gonna be Kevin Durant. We talking about just from scratch.
Yeah,
No
man.
disrespect to SGA. I think SGA developed better.
Yeah, I think KD really I really think, bro, KD was KD in college, bro. I really think KD didn't have to develop, bro. Honestly.
Yeah, him and Carmelo, they was just amazing in college.
Yeah, like, bro, it was no, bro. I think that, like, of course they all right. So if you look at it as like, developing, I think they were already set foundation wise. They just
It was
added
just
like more,
that's
like they just added more aesthetic to it, like paint, a nice door, nice windows. I think SGA was more like just like bare ground, and he literally had to build up getting into the league, bro. I think Carmelo and KD was just ready, just coming into the league, bro. They were already ready, bro. So KD.
Yeah.
okay. That's that boy surprised me. I didn't think y'all gonna pick KD so easy. The league MVP, possibly 2-time back-to-back, Finals MVP. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be more of a conversation.
I gotta get William up here.
Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna be.
That's the SGA lawyer.
Yeah, for sure. But so, hey, I appreciate y'all again, man. Those who tuned in tonight. We will be live again tomorrow night, and don't forget the draft is tomorrow night. So, fellas, we're gonna do a live reaction. I wanted to tell y'all earlier, got caught on my bad job, but we will be live reacting, bro. We're gonna be talking live reaction to the draft, live reaction to picks, moves, whatever happens. We're gonna see everything. We're gonna live through it all. You feel me? So
Yeah.
we're gonna be good. We're gonna be on for about an hour. Same as usual, guys. If y'all not doing so already, if y'all want to look at our live reactions, if y'all want to look at the channel any day of the week, LastWord Productions on YouTube, currently live right now. Go ahead, hit that like, subscribe button, hit that bell notification when we do go live. You'll be notified. And also remember to follow me on other platforms, man, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. LastWord Productions is the handle across the board. So before we head out, man, y'all boys, anything else y'all want to add?
Nope.
I'm good. Yeah.
All right, all right. So I appreciate y'all, man. See y'all tomorrow, y'all.